I feel like the universe doesn't make mistakes. Even when you do make mistakes, you still get the opportunity to correct them. And yeah, it's all about learning at the end of the day. I
Yeah.
feel like you could I mean, I said like an arranged marriage, but I feel like with marriage you could compare it to like fireworks. Like you could represent beauty, excitement, fear, bravery. But once that fire goes out, basically just memories and smoke left with you.
Mm.
And
Ooh, that shit was deep, nigga.
I know that. I know. I try. There was a news article that said Jada cried on their wedding day, never wanted to be married to Will Smith.
Get the fuck out. I'm tired of this shit, bro.
I know, bro.
She
I know.
running my dog Will
It's
Smith
beating
to
a
the
dead
ground.
horse at this point.
Yeah, bro. It's
But I wanted to clear up the air a little bit. Sources kept continuing spreading allegations saying that she only wanted to go through with the marriage because she got knocked up. But what we
mm.
failed to see is Will Smith's BS. And when I say BS, I mean his best story. Mm,
I was
mm,
about to say Will Smith a
mm,
saint,
mm,
nigga. He a
mm.
saint.
Nah. In his book, Will Smith ended up explaining that initially Jada Pickett Smith or whatever, she refused the traditional wedding. Her dream wedding was to be on a mountaintop. I think we discussed this before. Them two at a mountaintop, just them two staring at each other's eyes with love exchanging, flowing through their eyes.
Ew.
And when they get back, it's just gonna be them conquering the world. That's her ideal wedding. Her mother decided otherwise. She was like, "Well, if you don't talk this girl into having a traditional, like, we want to see this wedding. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
this chick is going through." So Will ended up convincing her that we're gonna have a wedding. So they ended up having two weddings. She she calls one of them the one like her romantic wedding that she really wanted to do, and then the second one was her mother's wedding. So
Oh Jesus Christ,
people,
bro.
yeah, I don't know, people kind of misconstrue that or just made it their own headline that she did not want to get married to Will Smith or whatever. And I
Of
think,
course, the
yeah, that's
narrative.
where it initially came from. But I found it interesting on she said, all right, I'm gonna read this real quick. She says marriage should be a marathon. We should run an actual marathon, and if we complete it together, we're meant for each other.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
gotta know each other as a survivor. I've seen weddings in cemeteries before, bro. As far as weddings, do you, boo boo? Like I don't really decide on, like, I don't really judge on where you do your shit at, whatever. But my thing is, I feel like there's motives going towards this couple. Like I said, we're beating a dead horse by now, and this dead horse isn't moving, and there's still fucking another fucking hit comes out.
Yeah.
Like I just find it funny that like my hero is being attacked right now.
He is being attacked. I mean, but I mean, he also brought it upon himself, though. You know what I mean? Like he knew what the fuck was going on.
No, but as far as this though, like they're over here putting stories out like Jada didn't want to get married to Will Smith.
Well, then they can just, I mean, they can do one or two things. They could worry about it and fucking stress over it, or be the rich
It's
people they
just,
are and not give a shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. At
It's
the end of the
different.
day, it's us worrying about people that have millions of dollars and they
Yeah,
could afford to have
yeah,
therapy. They could afford to go out on their
exactly,
yacht
bro.
and go to
Exactly. Yeah,
Greece.
them niggas are stressed out in their private jet on the way to fucking France, nigga. You know what I mean?
I
It's just
I
like,
I get it, but there are, okay, on our spectrum, I feel like it's us starting off poor and trying to make it rich. And once we make it rich, the problems that we have when we're rich isn't that big because we experience the bigger problems when we're poor. But what happens when you were born rich and you're going through the problems of a rich person that the poor person doesn't really think that is that big of a deal, and then you start going into the poor person's mentality on how they're living, and then it gets even more stressful and kind of even more suicidal. And like, because I was watching this program called Billion, and that kind of scenario happened where this guy was born into money, and every 3 days he has to go into therapy because he fears that he's gonna lose it all, and that he's gonna go and like live in a cardboard box or whatever just because he's risking so much, but that's because of the lifestyle he chose.
That's crazy, bro.
It's weird when you think about it, but I know it's hard to it's probably not elaborating it correctly, but I think there's just different spectrums of the world. Like some people go through it, some people go around it, but at the end of the day, we all end up at the same place.
Facts, nigga. That is the truth.
Alrighty. Crazy. And like I said, before I get too like conspiratorial on like the whole Will Smith and Jada Smith shit, I wanna jump into this interview that we have of Lenny Faze. So before anything, let's jump right into that. Boom.